Hey guys, and welcome to River Raven Collects. Today we've got a special day because we are unboxing two figures today. These are both from the anime Chainsaw Man. If you haven't watched that, I think that most of you who like my videos would really like that anime. It's very stylish. But anyway, both of these figures are produced by Figuarts Zero, I believe it's pronounced. So I'm going to put it up on screen and someone can tell me in the comments if that's how you say it. I'm assuming it is Figuarts. So. But we have Denji this side. He is obviously in his Chainsaw Man form. And then we have Power on this side. So you can see there's a bit of a height difference, which I'm wondering is if the models are going to look good like next to each other or not. But Denji here was released in July 2023, so he's a little bit older but still relatively new. And then we have Power, who was released in March of this year, 2024. So quite a bit of a gap between when they were released, so I'm not sure if the figures are going to look good together or not, but we are going to find out. I want to say a quick thank you. This channel is now a partner with YouTube. So yeah, just a big thank you to everybody who's subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing, all of that. Like, I really appreciate all of you and I love talking to you in the comments. I couldn't have done it without you guys. So yeah, just a quick thank you to everyone. And hopefully we'll get to 1,000 by the end of this year. That's my goal. So if you're new here, please subscribe because yeah, I want to reach that by the end of the year. But anyway, without further ado, let's get these figures out of the boxes and check them out. Alright guys, so these are the two boxes and you can see they look pretty good when you have them lined up like this. However, yeah, the Power one, like I've already said, is slightly smaller and it's quite a weird size. So we'll have a look at Power first. So you can see that, well, actually we'll look at Chainsaw Man first. So you can see that he's got like his face here open, and then we've got the picture on the side. So, you know, this is kind of what it's going to look like, or it should look like that. And then Power is got a very strange box. They actually displayed her like you're supposed to look at her from this side. So yeah, it's a bit strange, but you can see her in there. If the camera wants to focus, there we go. So she's way back there. So ideally this would be the front of both boxes like this, and it's, yeah, really weird that they've kind of done it like this. I've never seen a figure like this, like done horizontally like that. It's so strange. But anyway, let's take a look at the box. So we'll check out Chainsaw Man, because he is the older one. So this is what he's going to look like out of his box. And I'm actually going to put up on screen what the release photos were of him, because I've seen some people complaining that he actually looks different. So this is the release photos that they said he would look like this. And I think compared to the box, this is actually different. So you can see that the blood and stuff isn't as red. And it doesn't bother me too much, but I can understand if they put out these photos and then it looks different, that is kind of a problem. But anyway, not sure what the Japanese says here on the side. Maybe someone in the comments would like to translate that for me. Then we've got this side, and as you can see, like, beautiful box, love the orange and everything like that. Like, this really works, this art. It is very cool. So to the back, and again, just another picture of the figure. So no advertising, I guess, but I think like the Japanese figures aren't really known to have advertising on them. It's all about just this one figure. So there he is there. You can see that there is a glowing effect in his eye and like some mist coming out of his mouth, or smoke, I guess. But that is not what he's going to look like. He's not going to have that or a glowing eye or anything. And then we've got the maker up here. So again, I think it's Figuarts Zero, I would assume. And I love that they've got like easy to collect and a cool style. Yeah, it was very easy to collect. I just ordered it on Amazon and it showed up. And then we've got this side, so just Chainsaw Man, and it kind of blends around to that front image, so that's quite cool. Now to the top, nothing too interesting here. And of course we'll check out the bottom. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the bottom's got a nice picture. That's actually a bit of a surprise. But there you go. So that is the box for Chainsaw Man. Let's grab power. So again, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to display it from this side or the front, I guess. But this is, technically this is the side. So there we go. There, and then this would be the front. So this is what she's going to look like out of the box. Again, I'll put up pictures of what she was going to look like, or like what the release photos were. So as you can see, this one is pretty much exact. Obviously there are always going to be some differences between those release photos. But anyway, so we've got the side here, and yeah, that looks really, really cool. I like that. And because it is the horizontal way, we get like a much bigger picture of this compared to the Chainsaw Man one. And then we've got nice one here, and that looks really cool. So this is actually based off of a scene in the anime. So I'll put that up really quick. So you guys can check that out. So we've obviously got the bridge in the background, and then power coming down and hitting the devil. So that is quite cool. I really like that they've chosen this one out of the anime and made it into a figure. So we'll have a look at the top, and yeah, we got to do it this awkward way because, like I said, it's horizontal. So that's the top. Again, we got Japanese. I think it's the same. So maybe it just says Chainsaw Man. Someone can translate it for me in the comments, please. That would be nice. But yeah, essentially that is the whole box. Let's check out the bottom. Okay, it's that way around, so like that. There's the bottom, and we got a nice picture of power in sort of a different position. So anyway, without further ado, let's get both of them out of their boxes. Alright guys, usually you don't get me in person unboxing it like this, but the box is just too big to kind of try and fit like in focus, and it's still too big as it is now. But anyway, we're gonna open him up. So we've just got the 3 tape on the top, and then I'm hoping that he'll just slide out really nicely. I thought we'd unbox Chainsaw Man first because obviously he is the one that was released first. I'm going to slide him out like this, I think. Oh, he does not want to come out. Alright. So, something I wasn't expecting is this. We actually had like a backing in there. So, I mean, can't really do anything with that, but it's quite the surprise. Was not expecting there to be a backing in there. I guess I should have seen it when we were looking through the box, but there he is there. So let me get this tape off. Yeah, I think I got everything, and this is a blister box as well, so it's gonna be kind of awkward like unboxing this, like, hold on. Now I'm gonna try from this angle up here. This is just my webcam, but I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a better look at me unboxing it. I could put it like straight so that you're looking directly at it, but it would be upside down. So I don't know, just trying something different. And I kind of liked it when we combined the Interlink series together. But yeah, anyway, so I think we've gotten all the tape off here, and the way that he's set up with his face through here is going to be quite a pain to not break. Oh man, blister boxes are absolute pain to unbox sometimes. Alright, we've got him. So Okay, he's just going to slide off really nice for me. That's really good. So we've got him wrapped in his plastic here. So there he is there. As you can see, there is so much plastic on him. So I'm just gonna, it should just come off really easy here. So you guys will get to see it before I get to see it actually. Man, a bit of a plastic smell as you would probably imagine, but not too bad considering. But yeah, there he is. So have a look at that. How cool is that? So his eyes are actually like kind of coming through that chainsaw mask thing, and they kind of look like they're glowing, not as much as the back on the picture, but I'm going to take a look at him now so you guys can see the back. So, man, I'm actually really impressed by this. I would not recommend playing with these. As you can see, they're kind of not held on all that well. I mean, pretty well. I shouldn't say not that well because that's not really the case, but man, that is one good looking figure. Anyway, we should probably move on to Power. You know, I'll unbox Power and then I'll put the showcase up so you guys can get a better look at this one as well as Power. So anyway, let's jump over to Power. Alright, so we got Power now, and I'm assuming it should be mostly the same. It should be mostly the same as Chainsaw Man. So let's get her out of her box here. We just got the 3 tape again. And, oh, okay, so the blister's going the opposite way. Like, oh, and it's got the backing but in purple. So, alright. So let's get that backing off. So there's the backing again, but in the purple. So again, not really anything you can do with that, but I'll keep it in its box anyway. Of course I won't get rid of it, but it looks cool. So I don't know, it would have been cool to have been able to do something with that, like maybe have it as a display type thing. So let me get this tape off. Get the blister off. Man, I hate how loud blisters are. Oh, I missed one of the tapes. Let me get that. There we go. Alright. Here we go. We've got Power. So covered in plastic again, obviously to protect it, so that's why there's so much plastic. But let's get her out. So again, I'll leave it for you guys to see her first. Alright, I again am pretty impressed just from looking at the back. There we go, we'll get rid of that plastic. And there she is, so what does she look like? Alright, I'm gonna have a look at her now. Oh man, that is really, really cool. So you guys will have a little bit of a look at the back while I get to look at the front now, and yeah, I love this. The base is feeling a bit weird. It's got something on it. You might be able to see that on my hand, maybe not. Something shiny was on it. Particularly on the bottom, I can feel like, feels really greasy. That's a bit odd, but man, that is one cool looking figure. I love the skull. We got the skull here out the front. Oh, on camera, come on, there we go. So yeah, that's one cool looking figure. So anyway guys, I'll leave you with the showcase and then I'm going to be back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, that has been our look at the two figures from Chainsaw Man made by Figuarts Zero. Now, I forgot to mention the price before, so these are going to be a little bit more expensive than the average Spawn figure that I'd usually be unboxing. So, Denji, Chainsaw Man, he was, I think, $125, which, because he is a bit older, he's a bit harder to find, and he is quite desirable, and I don't think there's going to be a re-release, so he is a little bit more expensive. And then Power I managed to pick up for just 100, which I think is pretty good. I'd like to see them a bit lower. In Japan, they would be like 70,000 yen each, so like with the current exchange rate, it would be under $70 for me Australian. I'll put it up on screen so it makes a bit more sense. They're a bit expensive for what they are. I would like to see more of the, like, obviously these come from Japan. I mean, there was all Japanese writing all over the box and stuff. So they are imported, which makes them more expensive when they get here. Particularly in Australia, I don't know what it is, but everything seems to be more expensive and we just never get like all the good stuff, like all the Spawn figures and everything I collect is actually quite a bit more expensive than what it is overseas. So, I mean, that's just how it is here. And that's not to say that they are bad. So, you know, I am really impressed with these figures. I think Chainsaw Man obviously does look slightly better. I don't think these were planned as a companion piece. Like, I don't think they're supposed to complement each other, even though they are kind of like similar in a lot of ways, made by the same company, got kind of the same blood splatter and stuff everywhere. But you can see with Denji that he's just got a lot more details, and I feel like just a lot more care was put into him. And that's not to say that Power is not without care, but you can kind of see that they didn't go for the same effects, and it makes her look just a little bit more bland. We've got like little details, like all the crinkles in Denji's shirt and some shading on them, as well as a blood splatter. And we've even got like a magnificent sculpt in this base, as well as like this gloss over it that actually makes it look like wet. Compared to Power, who kind of doesn't have those details, doesn't have those wrinkles or the shading. The hammer is quite cool, a lot of detailing on that. But the blood splatter is like this matte finish. So I kind of wish they had done the same thing at least for the see-through parts. I think that would have tied them together a lot better. I'm very unsure why they didn't do that. Also, the skull in the front, while it is great, could have done with like just an ink in the eyes or something to make that really pop. Overall though, I am really happy, really impressed with these ones. I didn't actually buy these were for my birthday, which was last Thursday, so the channel actually became partnered right on my birthday. So if you want to wish me a happy birthday for last week, please do in the comments and I'll thank you ahead of time. But anyway, overall I think these are great. If you're a Chainsaw Man, then, you know, definitely pick these up. Compared to the other figures that they've put out of these, I think for the price range, really good quality. Again, I would like to see it dropped a little bit. Maybe you could get them on sale or something. But yeah, I am still really impressed with these two characters. And of course I was worried about the size comparison. Now Power is just a tad small. It annoys me a little bit, but it's not too noticeable. And I think that if you kind of displayed them with Power behind, like, it kind of looks pretty good. I can't remember how short she is in the show, but I feel like Denji is just a little bit too big compared to her with them next to each other. But I mean, overall, these are great figures. Like, I'm really impressed by both of them. So I am a little bit worried about how fragile these figures are. I think for the most part they are fine. Like, the way that they've positioned them in the air obviously gets you a bit worried, but I don't think that it's worth worrying about. I think that these are secure. The way that they've done Power with the blood splatter coming up and actually holding her up there, like, there's not going to be any tilting, any chance of her falling off. I will say one thing about Power is I saw a lot of people saying that she tilts back, and yeah, knocked, she does tilt back, but you can see here, she goes straight back to standing up. Like the base is well and truly heavy enough to keep her up. So even a big knock, she's not going to fall over. I also saw that people had a problem with her leaning back a bit and not the base not sitting on the ground properly. I don't have that problem with my one, thankfully. But yeah, you do have to be a little bit careful with these figures. Obviously her hair, very brittle, very pointy, particularly at the ends, could easily break, I think. For the rest of the figure, I think that it's 100% fine. Obviously you got to be a little bit careful. So guys, that's all for today. Let me know what you think of these two figures down in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, all that. That really helps me out, and you'll be helping me out to get to that 1,000. So yeah, let me know what you think of these figures. Of course, I am really impressed with them. I really love them. They're going to look great. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them at the moment because the shelf is like really full. I really need to get a display cabinet, I think. But anyway, guys, that's all for today. I'll see you on the next one.